Right, we're going to do Faure in Paradisum, and though we all know Faure Requiem, people know Faure Requiem. Why? Because it's such an amazing piece, and because it's straightforward. Most choirs are able to do it well, and I'm not talking about you, I'm talking about any choir. And the wonderful thing about Faure is he knew how to make it, how to build it so that it worked really fantastically well. He used the ancient form of the Requiem, of course, but in Paradisum is not part of the Requiem Mass. It's part of the burial, and so that this is part of the burial in Paradisum. He wrote it round about 1888. People say that it was written for his parents. His mother died first, I think, I'm not sure, but that's not certain at all. I think he just loved the idea of setting a requiem. So I've always loved it, and it just works so beautifully. How about you, Jonathan?
It's such a fab piece, it really is, and I think as this is a tutorial video, the one thing I would say to all organists is learn the page turns. There's a wonderful moment if you're using the same editions as we are, that you go from page 49 and into 50, and there's an F major chord over the page which you're just not expecting. So make sure, if nothing else, you learn the bar before and the bar after the page turn, because it does make life a little bit easier. For this as well, what I've done is I've actually revoiced one of the stops, which is the beauty of the Viscount, that you can actually revoice and change the sound of some of the stops. So we've changed the 2-foot flageolet on the choir now to a wooden flute, so that we've got that big, wide, sparkly, which is not going to overpower what the choir are doing and just sit nicely underneath.
In Paradisum, I start with choirs by saying, what does in Paradisum mean? And have I asked you this before? Somebody tell me what in Paradisum means. No. It means into paradise. Okay, so in Paradisum, and splendid, thank you, you walked into the trap. It's into paradise, because that's accusative tense, into paradise, and the whole point is we're going into paradise. And that's relevant for us, really, because we're not talking about paradise somewhere, we're talking about progressing towards a wonderful state where we shall be in paradise, a wonderful state of paradise. In Paradisum, deducant angeli, led by angels, in tuo adventu, at your arrival, suscipiante martyr, you'll be lifted up by the martyrs, the saints and martyrs will lift you up, and lead you, et peducant te in civitatem sanctam, in city holy, into the holy city, Jerusalem. And I have a rule that almost always when composers set the word Jerusalem, there's something special happens. And there's certainly something special happens here, because this is where the tenors and basses first come in. So on that chord, altos join in the top tenor, and we'll get that chord exactly right. But one of my favorite chords in the entire Faure Requiem is Yerusa, and we're going to get that absolutely balanced as well before we finish. Jerusalem, Jerusalem, then chorus angelorum, chorus of angels, te suscipiant, will lift you up, et cum Lazaro, and with Lazarus, quondam pauperei, once upon a time a beggar. Lazarus was a beggar in the New Testament, and he's now in paradise. Aeternam habeas requiem, may you have eternal rest. And with Lazarus, once a beggar, may you have eternal paradise. And this is, I don't really have to do anything in this. I pretend to be effective, but I just stand and preside over it, because the speed is entirely dictated by the semiquavers, which is a kind of celeste in heaven, just going tingly, 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 and we all love the sound, and we're all happy to be there. And indeed, right until the final rowl, so Requiem, I like to rowl on qui, and that is entirely dictated by Jonathan as well. So,
are you saying I'm in charge?
Yeah.
Marvellous.
Yeah. How's it feel?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Feels great.
And so listen out for him doing that.
I'm in charge, but you've just told me how it's going to go.
Yeah.
Yes, I get
exactly.
this.
Exactly. And as so often happens with conducting, everyone thinks that with conducting, you direct every moment. It's not true at all. You follow. The best thing I've heard about conducting was from Sir Colin Davis at a workshop, where there was a girl conducting a Mozart symphony and going, and he said, "Stop, stop, stop. Do stop thrashing the air. Let them show you how it goes." I love that. Let them show you how it goes. And that's what we're doing, because you naturally sing yourselves anyway. I'm okay. My Apple Watch told me I'd had a fall when I went like that. Okay. I did not fall. Right. Anyway, let's go through it. Altos, please, it's up to you how much you join in with. Because otherwise you wait for about an hour and then go, Jerusalem, and then shut up again for another hour and then come in at the end. So, well, not hour, you know. Okay, so altos join in, and perhaps Morgan, you just join the first tenors on Jerusalem, and the other altos remain on the tune. Okay. So may I just hear the balance of Jerusalem with those people singing? So give us a G major chord, please. Yeah. Okay, here we go. Tenors and basses and Morgan. Okay, right. And stop on this chord. Good. So of that 4-part chord, who's on the top? Who's on the second one down? Who's on the first bass? And who's on the bottom bass? Right, bottom bass, first bass. I think that'll, right, do it again, Jerusalem. I love this chord, it's got to be perfect. And go. Yeah. Lovely, lovely, that's it. That's fine. Can I hear a G, please? It's the one, oh yeah. Okay, now hum a G, please, and That's it. I just thought I heard a little bit, the odd bit of flatness. Okay, before, okay. So let's go right through from the beginning. This is a rehearsal, and then we'll do the proper thing later. Here we go. Quaver is the M. Led by angels. At your arrival. Now, at this moment, can I just say something in general about which is when sopranos and altos sing in choirs, they assume that we want no vibrato, generally speaking. There are a couple of choirs that have vibrato, but we just, because it works in harmony. But some people say, oh, I find it difficult to sing without vibrato. And would you just, you're not singing with vibrato, I just wanted to take this opportunity to say that. Who finds it difficult to curb their vibrato? Men, but everyone? Yeah, just people do in certain places. And of course there's certain places where you just like a little bit to happen. But in choirs it's generally assumed, and I very strongly believe that everybody can sing extremely well without vibrato and not cause any physical problems or anything in their singing. I just wanted to ask you that. Let's go from et per du cante, and I always find with sopranos that D is quite difficult to tune for some strange reason, and if you've just sung only a semitone above it, that D is going to be that much more difficult. So et per du cante, that's right, et per du cante. The answer is just sing it slightly sharp. 2 and 1. Good. Fantastic, fantastic. In civitatem sanctam Jeru. You don't have to watch me for that, you just have to sing it rhythmically. If you want to get it absolutely right, you just listen to the mpapa going on here, mpapa Jeru. But it's got to be absolutely rhythmical.
I was a little bit naughty, I did put a little bit of a writ in there.
Did you rubate?
Yes, I did rubate, yes.
Okay, let's go from the top of page 49, second bar, 2 and 1. Lovely. Good. Strict. That G major chord, can I hear it again? That yeah, with unaccompanied yeah. Yeah. Now on the first 2 chords, there's slightly too much G because it's only a 3-part chord. So can you just, bottom basses, hold off the G slightly? 1, 2, go. That's it, and then it's fine after that. Okay, let's go from letter B in civitatem sa do pa da e. Okay, and there. Jerusalem, absolutely without any slowing down at all. Just listen to those things going on, and not also Jerusalem, not that part. Jerusalem. You take personal responsibility for doing it completely rhythmically. Watch out, Jeru, 2 and 3, Salem. Old story, when you've sung a long note, you tend to be a bit late with the one after that.
Yeah, just checking with ours, because we're in 4 parts and I'm on the top, almost alone with I've got some breaths marked in the last bar of page 49. Are we breathing there, or are you wanting us to continue on? Because I think there is a combination going on.
Take a breath at the bottom of page 49. Right. Quaver breath. Jerusalem. So let's just do that once again. In civitatem sanctam. Okay, and just strict and keep the sound absolutely like that. Ready, 2 and go. twice. Ru. Nebre. Okay, and chorus angelo. There's a danger moment because of those soprano Ds. Dum da da. You were fine, but I'm just saying. And then, could we pronounce, rather than Lazaro, Lazaro? I don't know, I'm not quite sure. That's Spanish, Spanish. Italian, Z, double Z, isn't it? Lutz. A single Z?
It's written as a single Z, but I don't know if it'd be TZ or DZ. It could be
Lazaro, Lutz. As in nuts and nuts of presents for Christmas. Okay, here we go. Et cum Lutz, from there, et cum Lazaro. 2, 3, 1. Lovely. Once a beggar. Yeah, can I just, sorry to keep stopping. If you've diminuendo there, as we do, and that's nice, but the pair must be part of the diminuendo. It mustn't suddenly get loud. That must not happen. And do the diphthong just in the last minute, okay. Et cum Lazaro 2 and D 1. Lovely. Done. Can you do it? Right, and there's a lovely feeling at that moment of being on the home straight, isn't there? Sopranos, did you manage to do all that in one breath? Aeternam habeas requiem. Did you stagger? Well, I didn't notice, thank you. The perfect staggering, I didn't notice. Okay. So, and then, why do we know we're on the home state here, harmonically? It suddenly feels, we're there, we've arrived. Yeah. And I can't analyse harmonically why.
Well, I think it's because it's that sort of, we've sort of reached D major again.
Yes.
We've had all this stuff in F and F sharp and various other bits and pieces in between. And then you go through all those keys and then you suddenly... Yeah. And I think it helps as well that the pedal 16 foot comes on at that point. Because you've not had any of the doubling in the double basses until you get the, if you look at rehearsal mark E, that's where the doubling in the double basses comes in.
Oh yes, yes.
And they've sort of found this A, which...
Yeah.
And we're nearly there, and
yes,
so it's just coming back to that home key again and finding.
So may we go from exactly that point? Last three bars of 51.
Yeah.
Whenever you like. Sing Habayas again, absolutely strict, 2, D, and. Keep the quaver. And this re must be startlingly quiet, I think. Everyone's got to sing, but they sing their best pianissimo. Not 3 Ps. 3 Ps in my book means silence. But pianissimo, very, very quiet. Okay, so from Requiem to An. Oh, yeah, just sing M, and we just hear a little M straying after the last note. A. That's right, tiny little at the end. Okay, lovely. Anything to add?
No, I think it's great. Just for anybody playing this, or maybe following at home with the score, you'll notice that a lot of the time we're missing the top note. The violin part, you know, all those held, I haven't got enough hands, and we're having to put a lot of the underneath parts in the pedal just to make it work. Again, it's another thing, it's for orchestra, it's not for an organ. You have to decide, do you want to hear...
Isn't your right foot available at that moment?
Well, yeah, I know, I could sort of see if I can get my leg over and see what happens.
Right, okay. Now, you will notice that I think this is absolute genius, this piece. And it just happens, you know, it's so clever. Right, let's go. We're going to perform this.